Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to the Pumpkinhead review series, and this is the worst one. It's definitely the worst one. I don't know how to explain it. I already kind of, said what it was going to be. I knew going into it that I wasn't gonna. It's just so hard to sit through. It just. So the story is Pumpkinhead mixed with the Hatfields and the McCoys. However, since the Hatfield and McCoy story takes place in current time, at least when this is released, it doesn't really make sense because the Hatfield and McCoys only took place from the 1860s to 1870s or so. And here they said the feud started in the 1930s, which doesn't make any sense. And I highly doubt the real Hatfield and McCoy situation started over someone getting hit by a car, over a Hatfield being run over by a McCoy in a car, and then them demanding that as penance they give them the car. The guy survived, by the way, but they said the car was the payment for what had happened, and they refused to give him the car. I know that feuds are started by stupid reasons, but that's just absolutely fucking stupid. What's more is it just... This movie just... Who would thought this would be a good idea for a Pumpkinhead movie? You could do a Hatfield and McCoy slasher flick where one of the McCoys is killing the Hatfields off one by one, just so he could be with... It's Hatfield and McCoy, and it's Romeo and Juliet, and it's... And they brought Orland Hendrickson back to play Ed Harley again. And what... Okay, so in the last film, it somewhat made sense that he was appearing as sort of a hallucination to Bunt, because Bunt was connected to the original film. Here, he just shows up for no reason. There's a pre-title sequence with Pumpkinhead chasing these two guys. He kills one of them. The other one, Dallas, escapes and finds the guy responsible, who may have been a hitchhiker guy in the last one. I don't know. Just shot back to back, so, and Dallas shoots this guy, getting rid of Pumpkinhead, and now 5 years after that, this is... What is confusing is that there's no continuity with the last one. If this is taking place a year after the last one, and 5 years after those events, this place is completely different. Haggis is still there, and she's got the pumpkin patch. It doesn't make any sense how this is connected. Ed Harley shows up to just pop in, and by the end of the film, he was literally... Like, you say that he was shoehorned into the film. He was literally shoehorned into the film because at the end, he is clearly on a green screen. And I feel like most of the dialogue from the people in this film was dubbed. There's a lot of dialogue, especially in the stuff from in the town, that sounds very dubbed over. Because this was filmed in Romania and probably didn't have people who could do southern accents. So a lot of it was dubbed. And it just... And so what really gets the plot going is that Ricky McCoy and Jody Hatfield, they're in love. And they sneak out, and Ricky's sister Sarah is supposed to watch over them while they're canoodling. But two of the Hatfield people find Sarah and accidentally cause her death. This causes Ricky to go to Haggis and summon Pumpkinhead to get revenge on all the Hatfields except for Jody. Okay? So, there's a part where they're in town. We're going to talk about a big continuity error. The part where they're in town, and there are people talking about Pumpkinhead and the legend, and they said Ed Harley was the first to do it. Bull fucking shit. He was not the first to do it. He wasn't even the first, movie-wise, to do it. He wasn't even the first one we see in a movie to do it. Because in the first film, when Ed Harley was a kid, he saw the Pumpkinhead attack Dick Warlock. So he clearly wasn't the first one to do it. Even if these filmmakers were saying were trying to say, oh, because he was in the first movie, so he was the first one to do it. Even within the context of the first film, he wasn't the first one to do it. It just makes no sense at all. It doesn't make any sense. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. All of it. It just, I don't care about this movie. I don't care. 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 And for them trying to write this love story where these two are meant to be together, this whole motive doesn't make sense. In most cases with Pumpkinhead, these people, the whole point of why they feel these sensations or the pain is so that they are, punished for what they chose to do. But in Ricky's case, he is relishing this. That, he's feeling this pain that these people are going through, and he's just smiling about it. He's becoming menacing. And at the end of the day, you really think that even his motives before that don't make any sense. I'm going to kill all of your family. Then we're going to get married. But if you're killing all her family, why would she want to marry you? Why would she want to be with you if you're killing everyone in her fucking family? It makes no sense to me. You should have stopped at 2. I mean, I can even say you could stop at 3. 3 is not enjoyable. 3 is okay, but I would have been fine. If you stop at 3, that's a good idea. Why couldn't we just do another Pumpkinhead movie? Why you gotta try to force this thing? I don't want to talk about this movie anymore, but we're in barely 8 minutes in, and I don't want to be that short. It's just, cinematography sucks. The effects, there's some decent gore effects, but they're all afterwards, where you see a swipe, and then it cuts to them like this, basically holding the parts as it's coming out of their bodies. It's fine for whatever it is. There's a lot of green screen. At the beginning, during the chase, you see a CGI Pumpkinhead, and I went, no, please don't. And it was only for a little bit, but there's not a lot. Pumpkinhead's suit looks pretty decent, I would say, but it's the same thing. It looks like a little person that they shot from an angle to make him look bigger. That's what it looks like. Haggis is the same actress. He looks the same. Oh, and by the way, Lance Henriksen looks like he'd rather be doing any fucking thing else than be in this movie. He's supposed to be warning, you gotta go stop him. Only you can stop him, Jody. Told you. Only you can be the one to stop it. He just feels like he's reading his lines and then said, check please. That's what it looks like. He couldn't be bothered. I don't know. And it makes no sense why Ed Harley would do it. Oh, and like I said, continuity is out because, one, they don't even dig him up or do the thing from the pumpkin patch. She just summons him from the ground. I don't know. So the whole thing that it was Ellie in the last one didn't amount to shit here. It just... Fry in hell. This movie can fry in hell. I'm not going to get a frying pan out for that. It's not worth it. This movie isn't worth it. Before I sat down to talk about this, I said, well, it's just another not worth your time. But the more and more I think about this movie, the more and more I never want to watch it again. If I'm going to watch Pumpkinhead, I'm going to watch the first one and the second one. This can go away. I would even watch the third one again before I ever watched this. This was just absolutely horrible. I can't. Why? I was on my phone more than I was trying to pay attention to this film because I just didn't want to. But I had to finish this. And from what I caught, which I don't think I missed much, it wasn't worth I'm glad I watched it on Tubi instead of trying to buy a DVD because I have to pay for this shit. But yes, let this movie fry in hell, and let's just move on. Okay. Uh, I need to start recording for Halloween Horror Month, but the issue is I'm still waiting for a situation to clear up. Something's going on. I gotta wait for my building caretaker to come in and do an inspection before I can set that up. Plus, I kind of want to do Rear Window and Disturbia. Disturbia would be a revisited review, but I kind of want to do those back to back to kind of compare, because Disturbia has been called a modern remake of Rear Window, and I've never seen Rear Window before. So, but if I don't get to them before recording, then it'll be after. I want to try to get at least sometime this year before December. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Pumpkinhead 4? Blood Feud. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one. Good God, let it end.